Rojo, Nelson Semedo, João Neves, Bernardo Silva, Mateus Nunes, Gonçalo Guedes, Francisco Conceição, Rafael Leão, Francisco Trincão and Gonçalo Ramos. Your referee this evening is from Iran, Ali Reza Farghani, and the VAR assistant for this one tonight is Jerome Brissard. Both sides, I am pleased to report, in their traditional colours, which just adds to the spectacle, I think, doesn't it? Colombia are in their yellow shirts with blue shorts and white socks. Portugal all in red tonight, and both teams, they've just got into their huddles in the respective halves of the pitch. Portugal will be defending the goal away to our right hand side. Group K up for grabs. You will be listening to studio based off tube commentary of this game. All the action will be available via your local broadcaster. As far as the bracket's concerned, as it stands, Colombia, should they win the group, looks like it will be a game against Ghana in Kansas City. Ghana, who have just finished third in Group L, having lost to Croatia this evening. That in turn means that Croatia will be the opponents of the second place team. So if Portugal stay in second place, if they don't manage to win tonight, they will face Croatia. They'll be heading north over the border to Toronto for that game. You probably noticed a couple of changes. Néstor Lorenzo, most notably, I would say Daniel Munoz has dropped to the bench, but there's also no place for Luis Suarez, the centre forward, who had a little shoulder injury in that last game. He's been replaced by the 33-year-old John Cordoba. And for Neves is going to get his first action of the tournament in this one. We are just about ready to go here. The countdown is at 5 seconds. Right, are ready to get us underway. And it is game on here in Miami. It's hot and humid and sultry, as you would imagine, here in Florida. Big old Colombian crowd in. And Colombia have a free kick against left hand side, foul by Pedro Neto. Quickly and short, and roll back to the goalkeeper to give Camilo Vargas his first touch. Vargas, edge of his own 6-yard box, rolls it out to the right hand side, and Davinson Sanchez. Portugal happy to allow Sanchez to have the ball. He lofts a big left-footed diagonal. Luis Díaz has picked it up. He's onside. Shot, deflection. Oh, it's just over the top. Oh, it's only just over the top. I think it's John Cordoba who's in there. The ball deflected, came to him pretty quickly. I don't know if Cordoba knew an awful lot about it. Luis Díaz was having a shot, stepped in field, had a shot, bounced up off the legs of the defender, and it's just kind of hit Cordoba on the forehead from about 6 yards out. It's got about an inch over the top of the crossbar. Colombia come incredibly close to taking the lead in the opening minute. Flag goes up this time against Cordoba as Colombia try to get up the right hand side with Santiago Arias. Santiago Arias getting his first taste of this tournament. 34-year-old. So Néstor Lorenzo not being shy making these changes here for Los Cafeteros. Portugal have it. Renato Vega. Vega swaps passes with Ruben Diaz, then looks out to the left-hand side. Nuno Mendes. Back to Vega. Vitinha drops deep, the man who makes everything tick for Portugal. Renato Vega has it again. On the halfway line, left-hand side is Nuno Mendes. Again, Vitinha drops, collects the ball of Vega. And Vitinha makes his way across the halfway line. Spins it out to the right-hand side. João Cancelo likes to join in from right back. He moves it on to Pedro Neto. As always, Vitinha is an option. Vitinha this time goes left to Vega. Moved on to Mendes. Mendes goes for the little 1-2. Nuno Mendes is flattened out on this side by John Arias. And it will be a free kick to Portugal. I will keep you up to date with the other game in this group, which is currently live between Congo and Uzbekistan. Third place and a potential qualifying berth up for grabs for both teams with 3 points, so plenty to play for this evening. This will be the penultimate group to finish. 2 more games later on. Free kick to Portugal. It's not amounting to much. Santiago Arias with a weird clearance. Trying to put it across the edge of his own box, and it dropped to Ruben Neves, and Ruben Neves got his shot off from 22 yards out but snatched at it. It was a difficult skill as the ball dropped out the sky from the clearance, and he put it behind for a goal kick. First effort of the evening from the Portuguese, and it's chalked up to Ruben Neves. He played 4.5 minutes. Portuguese supporters outnumbered but making their voice heard. Long ball. Vega has to come across, covering John Cordoba. Just heads the ball out for a throw-in. This is a little chance for Colombia. Throw-in is on the right-hand side, level with the edge of the 6-yard box. Gustavo Puerta looks like he's the long throw man for the Colombians. Puerta launches it into the edge of the box. It's beaten everybody. Vega takes it off the head of his goalkeeper. He has a shooting chance. Still alive. Portugal struggling to get it clear, and then eventually it's just hoofed up into the air by Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo gets his first touch. He can bring it down. Bruno Fernandes tries to switch it over to the right-hand side, and his pass hits Jefferson Lerma. It goes out for a throw into Portugal right in front of Roberto Martinez dugout. Nice petrol blue suit there for Roberto Martinez tonight. Looks smart. Throwing up the line towards João Felix. His last touch is off. The Portuguese number 11 throwing to Colombia in the right back area. Santiago Arias, as I said, making his first appearance in this tournament. This is his 69th appearance. The veteran yet to register a goal for Colombia. This would be a good time to do it. Plays his football for Independiente. Just sits in at right back for Munoz tonight. I don't know if Munoz is injured actually. I didn't see reports that he was. Ball into the penalty area. Back post. Pedro Neto couldn't reach it. Applauds the intention of João Felix and swung the cross in. But Pedro Neto was just caught underneath it a little bit. One bounce. Away for a goal kick to Colombia. So a bright start. Both teams showed a little bit of attacking intent. One effort over the bar from Cordoba. A right-footed shot wide from Neves. Now then, that's got to be a foul by Vega. He's got away with it though, as Cordoba He's played an advantage. Ball into the penalty area. I think it was a shot. It was a shot from James Rodríguez, the Colombian captain. All the way across the face of goal. Struck it well enough. I'll tell you what, Renato Vega's lucky there because John Cordoba had got the wrong side of him. Vega was wrestling him back. Had the game been stopped, I think it would definitely have been a yellow card, but the referee played the advantage and Vega's got away with it. Long ball forward is picked up by Portugal, 25 yards out. Bruno Fernandes finds a good ball to Cancelo if he can keep it in. He can do, over by the right hand corner flag. João Cancelo. Back to Neto. Vitinha. 25 yards from goal, right hand side. A little bit of misunderstanding there. Ruben Neves tried to slide the ball down the line towards Pedro Neto, but shouts his frustration to the sky as it was overhit and is rolled out for a goal kick to Colombia. Colombia were quarter-finalists in this back in 2014, their best performance. Only their 7th appearance. I feel like as a seasoned watcher of this tournament that Colombia were there all the time, but the first tournament was 1962 and they didn't qualify until 1990 after that. Nuno Mendes goes down the left hand side and will win a corner, first corner of the game here. Oh, he's given a goal kick. John Arias got the touch. Nuno Mendes thought it was a corner. I think those supporters behind the goal did too. It's one of those situations that the VAR could not overturn. Let's have a little look at the replay. Actually, the referee is spot on. Mr. Fagani. I saw him do a game earlier in the tournament, actually. I can't remember which game it was, but he was excellent. It was Ali Reza Fagani. Ball is back with the goalkeeper. In the centre circle from Colombia. Luis Díaz. He looks really sharp in the 2 Colombian wins so far. Has a goal and an assist to his name so far. Tidy play from Colombia. Arias, who's been involved here, getting on the overlap. Renato Vega just swings the left leg at it. High into the Miami sky. Vitinha gets it down. He doesn't want any part of the ball 50 yards up in the air. The PSG man. Portugal have it back in safe possession with Nuno Mendes. Moved on twice to Ruben Díaz. Díaz into Vitinha, little triangle out to Vega. Just 10 yards inside their own half. Ruben Neves. Left hand side is Mendes. There has been a goal in the other game, and it's underdogs who take the lead. Uzbekistan lead. DR Congo 0, Uzbekistan 1. Bruno Fernandes is going to pull the trigger from 25 yards out. Didn't really catch it. Went a long way past the right hand post of Camilo Vargas. Bruno Fernandes has picked up 1 assist so far in this tournament. Got an assist in that 5-0 win against Uzbekistan. Seeing the Uzbekistan goal on the monitor. Oh, it's a great goal as well. Left-footed lob from Shamuradov. Shamuradov was the Uzbekistan name on everybody's lips coming into this one. He's justified that chance with the opening goal in Group K tonight. Where here it's Colombia 0, Portugal 0. One ball forward by Colombia. It's picked up in the centre circle by Lerma. Lerma's always a steadying influence in there. Well, a tricolor. John Arias. Gustavo Puerta out to the left hand side. Diaz. Puerta. James Rodríguez trying to pull the strings. Has it 35 yards out, goes infield to John Arias. Arias moves it on to Santiago Arias. No relations. Here comes Davinson Sanchez. Chance, edge of the penalty area. This is good from Colombia. It's moved on to the left hand side. Shooting opportunity maybe. Luis Díaz with a little drag back. Can't work a shooting opportunity and then spins the ball out to Santiago Arias, who keeps it in. Cross is blocked by Nuno Mendes. Collected by Lerma. Back to Arias. Arias has got an option square. Uses it. It's Puerta. Puerta might consider a shot here. Gustavo Puerta gets an effort off. Does like a shot, does Gustavo Puerta. He's had plenty in this tournament. And a lot of them, very much like that, have not ended up near the goal. That one left-footed and slicing away from the goal from the minute it left his boot. He's 22 years of age, Gustavo Puerta. Has caught the eye in the opening 2 games of this tournament for Colombia. Finding place for Racing Santander in La Liga in Spain. Renato Vega plays a good ball out to the right hand side. Portugal with the overlapping run now. Neto has it. Here comes João Cancelo on the overlap. Pulled back towards the penalty spot, looking for Ronaldo, but dealt with by John Lukumi. One back by Renato Vega. Vitinha turns, finds Nuno Mendes. Left hand side, back into Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes for Ruben Neves, and now the right hand side, Neto. Vitinha. Portugal trying to move the Colombians around, craft an opportunity. João Felix, 25 yards out, left of centre. Mendes back to Bruno Fernandes. Vega. Portugal have slowed this down to a walking pace here in the Miami Heat. Ruben Diaz shifts it right to João Cancelo. Moved on to Pedro Neto, left-footed cross towards the back post. Arias with a really good defensive header. Santiago Arias has allowed John Arias to bring it away for Colombia. Renato Vega gets in front to win the header. That's a little back heel from Ronaldo. Again, it's well dealt with by the Colombian defence. John Arias suddenly burst to pace. Colombia on the attack. John Cordoba, right hand side into the penalty area. This is a chance for Cordoba. Great save. Somehow no one's got on the rebound. It's still alive. Luis Díaz deflection corner. 2 chances for Colombia. Best save of the game from Diogo Costa. John Cordoba caught that really well. Just out-muscled the defender, Cordoba. And then from about 14 yards out, that's a superb stop from Diogo Costa. Fingertips, strong right hand. That could easily have gone through him and in. Luis Díaz and Gustavo Puerta were waiting for the rebound, couldn't quite get there. Luis Díaz eventually got a shot off. It's gone out for a corner kick, first corner kick for the Colombians. Taken short to John Arias. Swings it in towards the back post, keeper punch is clear. It's a good ball in. Davinson Sanchez shoots from about 50 yards out, and eventually the flag goes up for an offside. Offside given, I think, when John Arias put that cross-come shot in that Diogo Costa punched to it. Davinson Sanchez, who was closest to the keeper, who was deemed to be offside. Portugal come forward, right hand side. Open game this, 18 minutes gone, no goals, but decent chances at both ends. We've had 6 attempts so far, 1 on target, 2 from the Portuguese, yet to register one on Camilo Vargas's goal. Foul is given. Nuno Mendes doesn't think the foul's been given, he wants to take the throw. Mr. Fagani disagrees, and it's a throw-in, a free kick, sorry, to Colombia. Or is it? Might be a throw-in. There's a little bit of shenanigans now. Daniel Munoz is sitting too close to the pitch, the Colombian substitute. We've seen quite a lot of players, so the dugouts aren't kind of big enough to hold the entire squad. There's been a lot of players sitting with their legs outstretched on the grass, and Munoz has been told that he's got to move by the referee. This time John Arias wants a free kick, and he's not going to get one. This tournament has been refereed with quite a light touch, pretty much in its entirety. Tonight looks no different. Vitinha just outside the centre circle, in possession for Portugal. Move it across the back four from Vega onto Nuno Mendes. Good ball down this left hand side. Felix tries to get a cross in. Sanchez blocks the cross and hacks it clear. Puerta with a challenge. Sanchez, Jefferson Lerma challenge. Lerma clears it away. Santiago Arias finds John Arias. He loses possession. Good footwork from João Felix. A little L turn and a drag back, and he finds Mendes. Ruben Neves has it. 40 yards out, left of centre. Good pressure on the Portuguese. James Rodríguez there was chasing down. The line is 34 years of age, James Rodríguez. Not yet registered a goal or assist in this tournament. Little 1-2 there between Bruno Fernandes and João Felix, but too much on the return pass. Through to the goalkeeper, Camilo Vargas, and we are 21 minutes into this one in Group K. It is Colombia 0, Portugal 0. This is studio-based off-tube commentary. DR Congo have levelled it up in the other game, so it is as you were. DR Congo 1, Uzbekistan 1. Colombia have the opportunity now. John Arias into the box, shot. Oh, it's off the line. I think that was just going to squeeze in the far corner. Ruben Neves has got back. Cleared it off the line, head in hands from John Arias. He thought he'd scored there for Colombia. Colombia looked more dangerous. A slide rule pass through from Rodríguez is cleared away. Again, Rodríguez is chasing down. Eventually he has to give up as Vitinha runs a little circle around him. Long ball forward. Just too long. The keeper came out for Colombia, Vargas, and probably could have picked that up. He was in his box but decided to swing a left leg at it, put it out for a throw-in. Vitinha. Ronaldo's dropped. He barely mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo's name here. He's drawn a foul. And I think we'll probably be calling his name, as this is very much Cristiano Ronaldo territory. Just on the outer limits maybe of shooting range. It was John Arias who fouled Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's only one possible outcome, I think. Although we saw a couple of fairly inventive free kick routines from Roberto Martinez's side against Uzbekistan in particular. This has got to be 36 yards out, I reckon. Pretty centre, pretty central. Colombia have held their line on the edge of the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes and Pedro Neto are over the ball. There's a three-man wall. And Ronaldo strikes it. One bounce into the chest of Camilo Vargas. Good hit from Ronaldo. Fairly straightforward for the keeper. It's an effort on target. Colombia on the break. John Cordoba, good centre forward play. Holds the ball up and then turns. Keeps possession for his team. James Rodríguez swings it out to the left hand side, and the danger man Luis Díaz. Rodríguez out to John Arias. John Arias had support from Santiago Arias, but then just played in behind him, slightly wasteful that time from the ex-Wolves man. John Cordoba started well. I haven't been particularly impressed from Luis Suarez. I think he'll be disappointed with his contribution in the opening two games for Colombia. As we go to the hydration break here, watched a lot of Luis Suarez in the Champions League for Sporting Lisbon last year. I was expecting him to have a big impact on this tournament, but not so far. And then the shoulder injury tonight has kept him out of this one. So John Cordoba looking to seize his moment. He's had a couple of efforts on goal already. The header that went over the top, and then a really good save from Diogo Costa. (1-1) at the quarter mark in this other Group K game. Shamiradov putting Uzbekistan in front, and Mbuki got the equaliser for DR Congo. Colombia have played 24 games in this tournament without a 0-0 draw, so hopefully that doesn't jinx it. We'll see some goals here this evening. Colombia were third in the South American qualification section. Always a really tricky section. There's no easy games in that. It's just one big arduous league that they have to play. Colombia finished in third place in that. They won 7, drew 7 and lost 4 of their games, so they didn't win a ton. They were very, very hard to beat. Portugal dominated their section. In Europe, Hungary, Republic of Ireland, Armenia, who were beaten 9-0, were among the opponents in that one. A couple of games later on that will finish the final 2 games of this group stage. Will come in Group J. And they are Argentina against Jordan, and then the fascinating one, which everyone has got their own conspiracy theory around, which is Austria and Algeria, where both teams can go through with the point. Austria don't really want to win, because that'll give them a round of 32 game against Spain. So what happens in that is anybody's guess. They might just play a normal game of football. Ironic, after, if any of you were around my age, you might remember the disgrace of Dijon back in 1982. when West Germany and Austria conspired to contrive a draw, which eliminated Algeria from the tournament. Well, Algeria and Austria get a chance to do the same tonight. Hydration break is done. We are all fully hydrated. We're going to restart with the throw in to Colombia, level with the edge of the penalty area, right hand side. Santiago Arias into the feet of John Arias. Gustavo Puerta picks a cross out, but it's a pretty aimless one. It was easily cleared by Pedro Neto. Arias wins it back though for Colombia. Puerta out to the left hand side, and Luis Díaz. Jefferson Lerma. Lerma goes out to David Machado. I haven't mentioned David Machado. He's making his tournament bow in this one. Another change, a 32-year-old. Also based in Europe, he plays for Nantes. He's replaced Johan Mejica at left back. On the attack over on that far side, here he is, David Machado. Happy to allow Luis Díaz to take over. Luis Díaz. Puerta's wide, Jefferson Lerma. 25 yards out, fairly central. Davinson Sanchez finds Santiago Arias, shaped across. Changed his mind, plays it towards the feet of James Rodríguez. It was a difficult pass. It was easily read by the Portuguese defenders who clear. And Colombia will have to start again. Back with the goalkeeper Vargas. Say Colombia have just about edged it so far. Territory possession. Certainly the chances. Diego Costa's made by far the best save of the game. John Arias out to Santiago Arias. Into the feet of James Rodríguez. Good spell this from Colombia. Portugal struggling to get hold of the ball. Down the line for Rodríguez. Rodríguez wants a corner, doesn't get one. He's pleaded with the assistant, and now he's going to get a corner. Someone's tipped him off. Renato Vega looked particularly guilty as he got away. Let me have a look. Yeah, that has just come off Renato Vega. James Rodríguez was right. Now the referee is getting some stick off Bruno Fernandes, who's asking him why they changed their mind. The decision was correct though, is it? Corner? No, it isn't. Oh my days. This one's been overturned. So the assistant with the flag is the man who came out looking best from all of that. He gave the goal kick in the first place before James Rodríguez shamed the referee. I've seen the replay. I think it was a corner, but anyway, Cristiano Ronaldo was a mile offside. They'll allow him to get his shot off. Saved by the goalkeeper. Then the flag goes up. Cristiano Ronaldo became the first player to score in 6 of these global tournaments, with those goals last time out against Uzbekistan. 10 goals now in 24 matches across those 6 competitions. I was looking at the stats before the game, just trying to get a little bit of information, and the amount of caps Ronaldo has won just makes you laugh. 230 caps. It's an astonishingly high number. Portugal on the attack, right hand side. João Cancelo on the overlap. It's probably offside. The ball never made it to him, and in the end, Vargas has just launched it up in the air. Strong challenge, far too strong from Ruben Diaz. Came right over the top of James Rodríguez. Steamrolling him. James Rodríguez has stayed down. Ruben Diaz is pleading his case, but I think he probably knew what he was doing there, Ruben Diaz. Clumsy might be the most polite way of putting that. And it will be a free kick to Colombia. 15 yards inside their own half, left of centre. 33 minutes on the clock here. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Congo 1, Uzbekistan 1 in the other game. So nothing has changed as yet. Colombia will face Ghana, Portugal will face Croatia as it stands. Colombia on the attack. Left hand side. Arias picks it up. Moves it on to Luis Díaz. Luis Díaz has got support from John Arias into the near post. Cordoba couldn't get there. David Machado was arriving at the back post from left back. It's cleared away by João Cancelo, who's alert to the danger. Cordoba has definitely occupied these two Portuguese centre-backs. More of an old-fashioned type of centre-forward, John Cordoba. Man who plays his football for Krasnodar. Just the big man up top. In Russia. Seeing the replay of that low cross from Arias. Ruben Diaz took a little bit of a risk there. Did have a handful of John Cordoba's shade, but released it in time. Colombia again, weaving the more intricate patterns of the two sides in possession. David Machado. Jefferson Lerma drops deep to collect for the Colombians. Davinson Sanchez has no option forward, was closed down by Bruno Fernandes, so just turns on his heels, gives it back to Camilo Vargas. It's hard to believe that this is the first competitive meeting of these two. We met once before in 2014, a 0-0 draw, so that possibly can't happen again. Colombia, the 2001 Copa America champions. Long ball forward, Cordoba is flattened again, this time by Renato Veiga. And it's very obvious that the Portuguese central defenders are not comfortable against John Cordoba. Renato Veiga's no intention of playing the ball there. He sort of went in with a little bit of everything through the back of John Cordoba, and a free kick to Colombia. 40 yards out, right of centre. Taken quickly. Spun out to Arias. Now then, Fernandes, that's a good ball. John Arias into the penalty area. Cross is poor. Far too close to Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper. Good position that from John Arias, should have done better. Colombia still asking more questions of this Portuguese defence. Diogo Costa has it at his feet. Poor clearance. Gets away with it. He's worked his header in the direction of Luis Díaz, was cleared. Luis Díaz is going to get it now though, over by the left hand corner flag. cross in, or it's over the head of everybody. James Rodríguez and Cordoba just stand and look at each other on the edge of the 6-yard box. They can't believe that one of them hasn't won that. Portugal eventually can bring it clear, and maybe now he can make some forward progress. On the right hand side, here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Support from Neto. Crossing towards the penalty spot. Davinson Sanchez with a header. Coutinho strikes the shot. Hacked up in the air by Puerta. Out onto the right hand side again for Cancelo. Dinks the cross in. But this is over the top of everybody. And it's one bounce and out for a goal kick to Colombia. 38 minutes have elapsed in Miami. The noise from the Colombian supporters has not abated one iota since kick-off. Colombia have had the better of this so far. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Davinson Sanchez. 0.58 XG for Colombia on those chances, 0.05 for the Portuguese. He has a chance though. Oh, what a save. Unbelievable save. It's bouncing around. Portugal want a penalty for handball. They're not going to get one. Still alive. Left hand side. Crossed in. This time it's cleared away by Lukumi. Great save from Camilo Vargas in there. Coutinho. Bruno Fernandes. Little 1-2. Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes. It's tight on the edge of the penalty area. Coutinho. Ruben Neves with a shot. Oh my word, it's not far away at all. Ruben Neves wants a corner. He thinks the goalkeeper saved it. I'm not sure. We'll have a little look now. It's a great strike from Ruben Neves. The goalkeeper is nowhere near that. Let's have a look at this early save from Camilo Vargas. Cross comes in right hand side. Oh, he's only 8 yards out. Bruno Fernandes has to score. Takes a touch, then just hits it straight at the keeper. By the way, what an astonishing save from Camilo Vargas. Right arm in the air, strong right hand. We saw Diego Costa with a strong right hand earlier on. That's just as impressive from Camilo Vargas. Two really good saves in this one. And this time it was Bruno Fernandes, the man who was thwarted. Couldn't put Portugal ahead. Big chance, biggest chance of the game. Bruno Fernandes throws his arms up in the air in despair as the referee gives a free kick against João Felix. An update from the other game, by the way, the DR Congo equaliser was disallowed. VAR intervened, so that game remains. DR Congo in the Uzbekistan one. Ball into the penalty area by Bruno Fernandes. Headed away by Big John Lukumi. Pretty impressive central defensive pairing. Lukumi and Davinson Sanchez. Physical presence. Plenty of experience as well between the two of them. Shot comes in. This time it's just over the top from Portugal. João Felix, I think, is the man who's got the shot off. Going into the penalty area, João Felix took the touch, was just stretching as he hit the right-footed volley. Camilo Vargas always looked comfortable that that one was going over the top of his crossbar. It's a really straightforward effort. It's the throw-in from Nuno Mendes. And then touch and volley from Felix. No score. 3 minutes of the 45 to go here. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Jefferson Lerma onto Luis Díaz. Lerma has it again. Luis Díaz, who's really dropped deep here to come and try and find the ball in the central area. Nominally out on the left wing. Gustavo Puerta is out there at the moment. John Arias is in at right back. It's a fluid system the Colombians are playing. A little bit risky there, but picked up by Puerta, who goes out to that left hand side. James Rodríguez drops deep now to pick the ball up. Lerma's got some space in the centre circle. Lifts his head up. He's looking for the run of Santiago Arias, but then just gives it to Sanchez. Diaz. Diaz has got options. He's gone left. Luis Diaz drops it off to Gustavo Puerta. Loads of space down this right hand side. Santiago Arias, can he deliver? Chance. Rodríguez shifts, hits, blocked by Renato Vega. Lerma has a shot. Renato Vega clears again. Best chance there was James Rodríguez. It was a poor strike. He's disappointed with the shot. Foul committed by Pedro Neto. Colombia try and take the free kick quickly. They weren't allowed. They then get underway the second time. Oh, and a loose touch from Luis Díaz. Jefferson Lerma fizzed the ball into him. He was in between the lines on the half term, Luis Díaz. Couldn't collect it. Ran through to Diogo Costa. Luis Díaz, who just had a wonderful season for Bayern Munich. Every time I watched him, it was an absolute joy, Luis Díaz. Really played with a freedom and expression. It was great to watch. John Lukumi has been penalised for a foul on Cristiano Ronaldo. It's right on the halfway line, over on the right-hand touchline. Into the final minute of the 45 here. Shouldn't be an awful lot of stoppage time, just the hydration break, I reckon. 3 minutes would be my guess. Here come Portugal, but cleared away by Davinson Sanchez. That was a chance to break. James Rodríguez just caught on his heels there. John Arias has won it back. Here's a chance for Colombia. They've got men forward. John Arias enters the penalty area. Takes too many touches. Runs into Ronaldo Vega. Keeps hold of the ball, and a shot on target is from Gustavo Puerta. Told you we like to get a shot off. That one was a right-footed, side-footed effort from 18 yards out, straight at Diogo Costa. And suddenly it's end-to-end stuff. Portugal attack. Pedro Neto just runs into the defender. Great defending from John Lukumi. Pedro Neto frustrated there, I think with himself maybe. Luis Díaz comes forward. We are into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Luis Díaz twists, turns, might have a shot himself, cuts the neck off it a little bit. Just the former Liverpool man. And it goes 2 yards wide right of Diogo Costa's post. We played 1 minute into 3 added on. It is Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Long ball forward from Costa, who was anxious to get Portugal on the front foot there. Lukumi had time to take it on his chest. Colombia have it. Lerma allows James Rodríguez to take over with a big diagonal out to Luis Díaz. Looked onside towards the edge of the box. Shooting chance. Played in and blocked and cleared away by Vitinho. Now Portugal break. João Felix has got options both ways. Nuno Mendes towards the corner of the box. Back to João Felix. Nuno Mendes. Ronaldo shoots. Blocked by Jefferson Lerma. Ambitious effort from Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, and then a foul. Bit of a cynical one, but they've played advantage here. Colombia on the break. John Cordoba plays it back in field to Davinson Sanchez out to the left-hand side, and David Machado. He gives it to Luis Díaz. Last 5 minutes of this half have been absolutely wide open. Bodes well for the second period. James Rodríguez is going to shoot. Good save from the goalkeeper. James Rodríguez tried to curl one. Diego Costa got down to his right-hand side. And now Portugal break. Oh, great pace here from Pedro Neto. Defender does well to get back to him and then tries to find Ronaldo. Really well read by Davinson Sanchez. And I have no idea why this game has suddenly gone balmy in the last 3 minutes. Colombia on the attack. Left-hand side. Luis Díaz. John Arias. James Rodríguez. We need to do something with the ball quick before the half-time whistle goes. And the shot comes in from the edge of the box as the half-time whistle goes. And we have reached the break here in Miami. That's absolutely flown by. Chances at both ends. Both goalkeepers have been called into action, made some really good saves. It's wide open here, but we've got no goals. Join us for the second half, where hopefully we'll get a goal or two to match the quality of the action we've seen. Half-time here in Miami. In Group K, it's Colombia 0, Portugal 0.
Remember to check out FootMob's social
do so. We are just underway here. Portugal attacking the goal away to our right hand side. They are in their traditional all red, and Colombia in their yellow shirts, blue shorts and white socks. Portugal on the attack, right hand side. Pedro Neto, chance to cross and he stubbed his toe and ran it out for a goal kick. Pedro Neto is a frustrating first half. He is quite dramatic occasionally when he needs to be. Pedro Neto is quite a frustrated figure. We had the majority of that first half. Portugal came back into it in the last 3 minutes. Made Camilo Vargas make a good save. Diogo Costa with a great save from John Cordoba early on too. Ball is wide right with Santiago Arias. Into Jefferson Lerma. Lerma swings it out to Luis Díaz. Left hand side. Edge of the box for Puerta. This time doesn't pull the trigger. Lerma, John Arias. Colombia open brightly again. Moving the ball around. James Rodríguez, good idea. And eventually a foul by John Arias. Good defending there from Vitinha. Vitinha had to be alert as John Arias was trying to get in behind it. I'll give you the team news when we get a little break in play. The other game in this group is continuing at the same time, which is Congo 0, Uzbekistan 1. So as it stands, neither of those two sides will go through as a third place team. Colombia will go through as group winners to face Ghana. Portugal will go through to play Croatia. I think it's Iran and South Korea who currently get the reprieve, the third place teams. Colombia on the attack. On the right hand side, Santiago Arias, who had a good first half, was busy up and down that right flank. 40 yards out central is James Rodríguez, moves it on to David Machado. Back to James Rodríguez. Puerta. Up to this left hand side and Luis Díaz. Luis Díaz. Portugal double up on him. Rodríguez has to drop it off to Gustavo Puerta. Back to the Colombian skipper Rodríguez. John Arias comes deep. Always wants to be on the ball, John Arias. Jefferson Lerma. Out to Davinson Sanchez. Portugal can't get the ball at the moment, but there's no room in behind for Colombia to work with either. Gustavo Puerta tried to force it that time. Was picked off by João Neves, and now Portugal can break. And no foul. First time, the referee played an advantage when João Felix went to ground, and then almost immediately Bruno Fernandes went down and was given the free kick as Portugal tried to break. Bruno Fernandes was fouled by Puerta, and Portugal have a free kick in the centre circle. 4 minutes gone here. All this action available via your local broadcaster. This is studio-based, off-tube commentary of Colombia 0, Portugal 0 in Group K, match day 3 here in Miami. And it's not got any less hot as Cristiano Ronaldo goes down the left-hand side. It's crowded out though by 2 Colombian defenders. Really good play from Arias, skips away down the far side. No free kick. Nuno Mendes was too strong for Arias. Once again, your referee, who is Ali Reza Fagani from Iran, is happy to play on. Ronaldo, Vitinha. Ronaldo had 2 efforts in the first half, neither which really troubled Vargas. A free kick from distance, which was on target but straight at the keeper. Nuno Mendes. João Neves, man who opened the scoring on match day 1 for Portugal against DR Congo. Dalot swings the ball in and headed wide from João Felix. Good opportunity that for the Portuguese left winger. João Felix knows it was too. About 10 yards out when he gets his head onto that central area. I think it's come off his shoulder in the end. Got it all wrong. It's a really nice ball in from Diogo Dalot, who came on at half time. First chance of the second half goes begging. It remains scoreless here in Miami. (1926) first Colombian international game. Costa Rica 4-1. Mind a goal here. Portugal's was 5 years before that, 1921, where they played there. Good old neighbours Spain. They lost 3-1 in that one. Portugal 4th place finishers in this in England in 1966. Emulated that 4th place finish in 2006, their best 2 efforts. Hoping to go a little bit better than a semi-final this time around. Colombia have it in the centre circle. Jefferson Lerner. John Arias. Out to Santiago Arias. Colombia just slow it down a little bit. Give it to the ex-Tottenham man, Davinson Sanchez. Davinson Sanchez now plays with Galatasaray in Turkey. Long ball over the top. Cordoba's on side here. This could be a problem. Cordoba goes for the little back heel. Flag staying down all the way through that. Arias is scurried across to that far side and 1 possession back for Colombia. Then Jefferson Lerner stands on the ball and he's lost out. Good endeavour over there by Bruno Fernandes. Breaks on. Portugal on the attack. Far side. Neves. 3-on-2. Inside to Bruno Fernandes. I think he either tried to let it run to Ronaldo or it was slightly behind Bruno Fernandes. Either way, Colombia were able to clear. Colombia have it. James Rodríguez. Game just starting to warm up again. Last few minutes of the first half were absolutely wide open, but it's been a slightly stodgier start to this second half. Over on that right wing, 30 yards up the touchline is John Arias. Comes inside to Puerta. Santiago Arias. He will have enjoyed his first half action, his first taste of this tournament, the 34-year-old. He's in possession now. Drops it back into Puerta. John Arias. Switched out to Luis Díaz, left-hand side. Faced up by Dalot. Pulled back towards the left-back Machado. It's a poor pass. He then bundles his way through a couple of tackles and a shot and a save Good save from the goalkeeper. Shot was from Jefferson Lerma from distance. Now Portugal on the attack, and that's a great bit of defending from Davinson Sanchez. Used his pace, used his physicality to get in front of João Neves, who tried to run him down that left-hand side. And the momentum of that first half is just about back with us. 10 minutes into this second period. Edge of the penalty area. James Rodríguez. Twists, turns, drops it off to Puerta. Loads of space for Lerma. Arias is going to have a shot, and that one's saved as well by the goalkeeper. That was a little bit more straightforward. First one wasn't. John Arias smashed it the second time, but the first one was Jefferson Lerma. It was really moving in the air. And Diogo Costa used 2 fists just to clear his lines. Decent bit of goalkeeping. Had to watch it all the way. The ball was wobbling about in front of him. 55 on the clock. Colombia 0. Portugal 0. Uzbekistan still 1 up on DR Congo. Portugal have it. Left-hand side, Renato Vega. Had a tricky first half against John Cordoba. Vitinha. Didn't see too much of him really hurting Colombia in that first half. Obviously, neat and tidy as he always is. But now he's on the ball and has an option in Renato Vega. Wider still is Nuno Mendes. Felix is going to turn and shoot. Blocked by the Colombian defender. Colombia have it. Davinson Sanchez down by his own corner flag. Opts just to launch this one over the halfway line. Again, Cordoba gives Vega a bit of a working over, and Portugal don't look comfortable until Ruben Diaz, with a cheeky little bit of skill, just chips it over John Arias. Allows Portugal to bring it away. Portugal just slow it down with the half-time substitute João Neves. Out to Pedro Neto. Dalot square to Neves. Ruben Diaz swaps passes with João Neves. Heavy touch. Puerta did well. Chased down Ruben Diaz, who just had to turn in a little bit of a hurry and give it back to his goalkeeper. Puerta retreats back to his midfield berth. A couple of substitutes being prepared for Colombia. I can see down there in the technical area. Portugal have it left hand side. Nuno Mendes. Ruben Diaz. Out to Pedro Neto. Thought about a run at Machado. Goes square. Cordoba helping out his defence. João Neves. A little bit of space on the left hand side for Felix. Cross in is over the top of everybody. One bounce into the arms of Camilo Vargas. Ronaldo was the intended target. Too much on the cross from João Felix. Colombia have it midway inside their own half, and Gustavo Puerta with a little turn and drive forward, but not many options, so just drops it off to John Arias. John Arias into the feet of James Rodríguez on the halfway line. Rodríguez switches it out. Poor ball this time from James Rodríguez, not something you associate with him. Portugal have it back. Dalot, oh, there's loads of space for João Felix on the far side. João Felix played it through to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's put it wide, and the flag, I reckon, it would have gone up. Yeah, it has done. Flag eventually goes up against Cristiano Ronaldo. That was a poor decision from João Felix. He had a load of time and space. I've got no idea where Santiago Arias had gone. João Felix was a little bit casual, and then eventually when he slipped the ball through to Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo was offside before he pulled his shot wide. You're approaching the hour mark here. Again, the time's flying by. Substitutes here, Cordoba and Lerma are the two who've gone off. Cordoba, who's done well here in his bow. Luis Suarez comes on, wearing number 25. And Richard Rios wearing number 6 is on for Colombia. So 2 changes each. Nestor Lorenzo makes his first move. And Colombia will start again with a goalkeeper, Camilo Vargas. Davinson Sanchez de Puerta. Out to Santiago Arias. Drops it back to Davinson Sanchez. Long ball from him. Diego Dalot takes a little risk, heading it back to Diogo Costa. Diogo Costa just had to hurry to his right hand side and collect the ball before it went out for a corner kick. No harm done in the end. Watchful defending from Diogo Costa. Luis Suarez will be hoping to make a contribution in this tournament. He really hasn't had much of a sniff in the opening couple of games. Colombia could do with his goals. Now he has a chance. Right hand side. Santiago Arias pulled back. Chance. Oh, it's put wide. It's a really good chance. And that was the chance. And it's Luis Suarez at the near post. He didn't get there. And Richard Rios, the substitute, has put that wide. Oh, he's about 7 yards out, Richard Rios. He's across the near post. Really good move down that right hand side. Ball pulled back. Luis Suarez jumps over it as Richard Rios passed it with his left foot. A yard wide of the left hand post of Diogo Costa. Chance goes begging. .62 gone. Yes, Studio B, Stuff Tube commentary. On the charge is John Lukumi. Wide right for Diaz. Diaz, good defending from Dalot. Dalot's had a really solid start since he came on at both ends of the field. Now he charges forward as the game opens up again. Vitinha. Vitinha is fouled. The referee considered playing an advantage. Richard Rios, the man who just missed that opportunity. Maybe slightly frustrated, so left a little bit on the PSG schema. No yellow card was issued. No yellow cards yet in this game here. Free kick. Level with the left hand post. Right on the edge of shooting distance again. Fairly similar range from where Ronaldo had a pop in the first half. It's got to be 35 yards out. Ronaldo's there again. This time Bruno Fernandes looks a little bit more interested. And indeed, Cristiano Ronaldo has left it. Fernandes helps it in. It's over the top of everybody. And out for a goal kick. Cristiano Ronaldo looks pleadingly at the referee. He wanted a corner. He was challenged by 2 defenders. It was a similar routine to the one that Portugal used against Uzbekistan, and the little dink over the top to Ronaldo. That did look like it came off Santiago Arias, but that is not one that the VAR can overturn. Here come Colombia. Oh, that's a good ball. Luis Suarez might be in. Now here's his chance to make his mark. Luis Suarez shoots, deflected wide. Never looked like scoring, Luis Suarez. First touch was poor, forced himself too wide. The shot looked like he was going out for a throw-in before it hit the defender. It was a really well played ball through from James Rodríguez. Suarez tried to chop the defender who didn't buy it. And he's got his shot really badly wrong. That was centre forward, not playing with a ton of confidence there, Luis Suarez. Edge of the box then. He has a chance. James Rodríguez. It's flicked on by Davinson Sanchez, but he couldn't get enough direction on the header. And out for a goal kick to Portugal. Congo 0, Uzbekistan 1 remains the scoreline in the other game in this group. Portugal have a throw-in right on the halfway line, right-hand side. Roberto Martinez retrieves the ball for his side. Dalot takes the throw into Neves. Neves has lost it. Colombia on the attack. Oh, poor pass. Retrieved by Colombia. Challengers flying in now. Colombia have it. Right-hand side. John Arias, overlapping run from Santiago Arias. John Arias saved by the goalkeeper. Little 1-2 between the namesakes over there. Santiago pulled it back to John Arias. And his shot was on target. It's taking a little deflection. Thought the goalie had made a bit of a meal of it. Looked like it was straight at him. Took a little nick off Renato Vega. The save was made by Diogo Costa. James Rodríguez with the cross towards the back post. Renato Vega with a header. Luis Díaz. Options for Puerta, has a shot. Oh, that's not far away. Gustavo Puerta from 25 yards out. One of his better efforts. We've got a player down here. If the referee's got any sense, he'd call the hydration break. Bruno Fernandes is the man who's gone down. I think that's exactly what the referee has done. Bruno Fernandes is down in the penalty area. Incident in clearing that initial corner. Just checking it now. Yeah, there's nothing really sinister in it. Davinson Sanchez and John Lukumi, the two Colombian defenders, and near Mendes. This is a lot of players clashing. He's got a bump on the nose, Nuno Mendes. He is back on his feet. The hydration break has been called. And with 67 minutes on the clock here, it is Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Not entirely sure how we haven't had a goal, but there we are. Let's see if we can find a winner in the final quarter of this game. Score remains unchanged. Uzbekistan lead Congo by goal to 0. Head off into the round of 32 in this tournament tomorrow. There's just the one game tomorrow. The co-hosts Canada, who so far had home comforts in all of their group games. They head to Los Angeles for the only game on Sunday, which is against South Africa. South Africa somehow made it out of Group A, having never looked likely to. South Africa suddenly were second place finishers. And then after that, Monday, it's got some absolute beauties. Really exciting. This is where the tournament heats up. We get Brazil versus Japan. We get Germany against Paraguay. And we get Netherlands versus Morocco. Ivory Coast, Norway follows on Tuesday. France, Sweden. It's another great looking game. And then it's Mexico, Ecuador. USA, Bosnia, Herzegovina. Australia take on Egypt, and Argentina, who are still to play their third group game, that takes place in about an hour's time actually. Argentina will take on Cape Verde, so already know their next round opponents before they play this game. There has been a second goal in the other game in this group, and it's an equalising goal for the Democratic Republic of Congo. Congo 1, Uzbekistan 1. Penalty in that one has been tucked away by Johan Wissa. Substitutions here. Rafa Leao and Samu Costa are on. Two more changes therefore made by Roberto Martinez. I saw Vitinha as one who's come off. Try and check the second change as we just get ready to get back underway from the hydration break. João Felix is the man who's been removed. So João Felix and Vitinha off. Rafa Leao and Samu Costa on. Samu Costa is just being admonished by the referee to pull his socks up for whatever reason. So Samu Costa's now tidied himself up a little bit. We are back underway here, 20 minutes plus stoppages left. This wide open game that is still scoreless. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. As it stands, Colombia top the group with 7 points, Portugal 5. Congo need another goal, they're currently going out on 2, as are Uzbekistan on 1. So, all up for grabs into the final 20 minutes. Colombia, left-hand side, ball in the possession of David Machado. A quietly effective game, Machado. Not been spectacular going forwards, but he's done his defensive work doggedly, stuck to his task. Colombia have it with Richard Rios. James Rodríguez. Space wide for Machado. Moves towards the corner of the penalty area, then just turns and gives it to James Rodríguez. On to Gustavo Cueta. Richard Rios steps away from Samu Costa, the substitute. Rafa Leao closes down, gets his first touch, but it bounces back to Colombia. James Rodríguez. Ball down the channel was ambitious from Richard Rios. And Rafa Leao intercepted it, and then Rios has not fouled his man. Referee's played an advantage, or not an advantage, sorry, just hasn't given the free kick. Ball into the penalty area. Luis Suarez turns and shoots. Shot is blocked. Initial centre forward play was good from Suarez. The turn was sharp. The strike wasn't clean. Ronaldo miscontrols. Loses out. Colombia have it. Luis Díaz. Into the penalty area. Vega has to stoop and clear it, and then a shot from James Rodríguez is headed over the top of his own crossbar by Renato Vega, and that bit of defending is celebrated by the Portuguese. Corner's taken quickly, or they wanted to take it quickly, but James Rodríguez, I think, was tying his lace maybe at the edge of the penalty area. Ball played into the box this time, headed back. Shooting chance, no penalty. Referees waved it away. Colombia thought they had a penalty. Luis Suarez went down. VAR will be having a look at that, and now the referee stops the game. Alireza Fagani, the Iranian referee. Luis Suarez was about to pull the trigger, and he's kicked the back of Rafa Leao. It was one of those where the attacker doesn't know the defender's coming from behind him kind of thing. The two number 25s clashing on the penalty spot. That's another solid decision at first glance from Fagani. Quickly waved away after one look by the VAR. Diego Dalot has won a throw in on the left hand side. Colombia preparing two more changes. Not quite time to make them now though, as Portugal have taken the throw in quickly. Renato Vega in the centre circle. As we enter the last 15 minutes here, scoreless. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Cristiano Ronaldo moves it on to Rafa Leao. He goes to ground. Nothing doing there. Ball trundles its way through to the goalkeeper. And Lukumi can build from the back for the Colombians. Throw in for Colombia. Now we'll see the changes. John Arias, who's had a good game. Always quite enjoy watching John Arias. And James Rodríguez are the two men who are going to go off. And they will be replaced by the number 5, Kevin Castaño for Colombia. And the number 20, who is Juan Quintero. So 4 changes each. Now, one left for Néstor Lorenzo and Roberto Martinez into the final 14 minutes. Of this one. Down the left hand side goes Rafa Leao. Defender over there was Santiago Arias. I think it's gone out for a corner kick. Rafa Leao, always a tricky opponent, very direct, physical winger. "13 minutes to go. Scoreless here. All square still. Congo, Uzbekistan. And a chance for Portugal. Ronaldo stood right underneath the crossbar with his hands on his hips. As Portuguese player over there is just tiny shoelace. It's Bruno Fernandes who's going to put this in right-footed. He hasn't got a ball. Has he got a ball? I don't know what's going on. Bruno Fernandes is now prepared to take the corner. It's going to be a right-footed in-swing. He's gone short. Edge of the penalty area. This was off the training ground, and the shot from Diego Dalot is shaped wide. Ronaldo and the Portuguese team pinned all the Colombian players kind of in the 6-yard box. Intimated that they were going to put the ball underneath the crossbar. And then the corner was pulled to the edge of the box where Diego Dalot had time and space, but put his shot wide. Long ball forward up the right hand channel for Luis Suarez to chase. Infield to Quintero, gets his first action of the game. Ball into space. Here's a chance. Left hand side. Shooting opportunity. Luis Díaz can't get the shot off. Low cross it was. And Luis Díaz maybe should have done a little bit better. And now Portugal can break. And a foul on the halfway line. Pedro Neto was the man who's gone down. It's not a bad foul actually, committed down there by David Machado. It was David Machado who broke into the penalty area there. Put the low cross into Luis Díaz. Luis Díaz couldn't quite organise his feet to get that shot away. Rafa Leao finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Bruno Fernandes. Little 1-2. Here's a chance maybe. Ronaldo dinks it up. Defender gets a head on it. Colombia want a flag. Ronaldo did look offside and eventually... Ronaldo is waving both arms around. He looks like he's going to take off. The offside hasn't been given. Portugal are going to get the corner. Davinson Sanchez and Ronaldo are both amazed. Fernandes is making his way over to the left-hand side. Yeah, it's going to be a corner kick. It's another set piece here. Once again, Ronaldo has gone right underneath the crossbar. As Portugal, if you remember, Portugal used Aston Villa's set piece coach. He's always done a great job in the Premier League. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve this time. Fernandes into the near post, headed away by Luis Suarez. Breaks on. Chance for Portugal to come forward. Colombia on the break. Loads of space down this left-hand side. Juan Quintero pulls the cross back and it's blocked by Dalot, who does well. Oh, and then Dalot guesses at his pass a little bit, gets away with it. Portugal on the attack. This game's threatening to open up in the last few minutes, like it did at the end of the first half. Rafa Leao clashes and is fouled by Santiago Arias. We've got another goal in the other game in this group, in Group K. And DR Congo have turned it round and lead by 2-1. DR Congo might just be booking themselves a place in the last 32 of this tournament. As it stands, they are in with a 2-1 lead. They're also going to get a round of 32 game against England as things stand. What a great game that will be. Richard Rios has conceded a free kick. Portugal have just had a few set pieces in the last few minutes in dangerous positions that look threatening for the Colombians. Nuno Mendes this time is going to put this in with his left foot. Colombia hold their line 1 yard outside the penalty area. Ruben Diaz is just telling Mendes to slow down. And as the free kick comes in, Richard Rios went to ground on the edge of the penalty area and was given a free kick by the Iranian referee. Seven and a half minutes to go here. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Free kick to the Colombians with the goalkeeper Camilo Vargas, who's dressed all in silver. Veteran goalkeeper Vargas, 37 years of age. He's had a good game though. Has one clean sheet already to his name against the Congo, trying to double it against Portugal here. Colombia left hand side, Luis Díaz. Puerta to Castaño, who's gone into that midfield role vacated by Jefferson Lerma. Quintero, the other substitute, also in midfield, but a bit more advanced. Quintero. In possession now, Juan Quintero. That's a good pass. Finds Rios. Rios has support out wide from Santiago Arias. Now for Puerta. Colombia just retaining possession well. At this point, will be very happy with a point. Lukumi Another rock-solid game from Lukumi. Really like him and Sanchez as a pairing. Complement each other very well. Left foot, right foot combo. Ball into the edge of the box by Quintero. Just trying to force it a little bit. Was cleared away by Mendes. 6 minutes on the clock. Puerta. Again, just trying to force it through the lines. Portugal can break. Pedro Neto doesn't have a ton of support. Holds the ball up. João Neves eventually helps him out. Bruno Fernandes drops it into his Manchester United colleague Diogo Dalot. Neto. Bruno Fernandes just encourages him to calm down a little bit. Portugal go to the left hand side. Vega moves it on to Mendes. Wider still is Rafa Leao. Ronaldo wants it. Gets it. Little triangle. Ronaldo in field. To João Neves. Moved on to Dalot. Diogo Dalot. Right hand side Pedro Neto. He's going to put a left footed cross in, or shapes to. He fooled me. This time he switches it out to the far side, and Rafa Leao. Good touch from Leao. Skips past Rios. Skips past Arias. Dinks the cross in. It's beaten everybody. Dalot might just get there, and Dalot has got there. Stands the cross up. Poor ball in. And then a heavy touch over on this right hand side from Pedro Neto. And it's out for a goal kick to Colombia. We've got 4 minutes left to play here. And it remains scoreless in Miami. This game's deserved a few goals. I am fully regretting about an hour and a half ago telling you that Colombia have never had a 0-0 draw in this competition. If you have listened to all of this, that is entirely on me. We've seen a yellow card eventually in this game. Gustavo Puerta has been booked. Referees pulled the play back. He played an advantage from a Portuguese break. But Puerta did commit a foul in there. Final substitution for Néstor Lorenzo and Los Cafeteros. It is veteran defender Santiago Arias, who's had a good game at right back. Who's going to be replaced. He's replaced by Daniel Munoz, the Crystal Palace fullback. Definitely the first choice. He'll be back in for the next game, I am certain of it. Ball is with Castaño. Oh, loads of space down that right hand side. This is Munoz with his first touch. Munoz into the penalty area. Dinks the cross up. Oh, what an unbelievable piece of defending, Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz has headed that from under his own crossbar. Luis Suarez was the attacker. Maybe the cross itself was going to drop in. Cross in towards the back post. Keeper puts a foot on it and it's volleyed over the top. Oh, huge chance. Luis Suarez again. Weird bit of goalkeeping, really odd bit of goalkeeping from Diogo Costa. He tried to clear that cross with his left foot. He only played it out towards the penalty spot. Luis Suarez has volleyed it over the crossbar from 14 yards out. And that is a presentable opportunity for a man of his calibre. Into the final 90 seconds of the 90 minutes. Portugal in possession on the right hand side. Pedro Neto. Poor pass. Too easy for David Machado to intercept. Throw into Portugal. Portugal might just have to settle for finishing second in this group. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. We are in the shadow of the final whistle here in Miami. The penultimate group in this competition to conclude. One more to go. Can Portugal find a winner right at the death here in Florida? Got a long way to go. They are deep inside their own half with Ruben Diaz. Renato Vega, poor pass. Colombia have it. Davinson Sanchez. Good ball out to that right hand side. Cross comes in. It's switched right over to Gustavo Puerta. Swaps passes with Luis Díaz. Castaño to Quintero. Richard Rios switches it right to Munoz again. Always a threat, Munoz. Cross comes in, looking for Suarez. It's headed on. Away from goal, they're out of this left-hand side. Kept in really well. Good endeavour from David Machado. And he's played the ball off the legs of Pedro Neto. We are into the first of 5 minutes of added on time here. The Colombian fans around the stadium think they're going to win the group. Castaño with a chance to cross the ball in towards the back post. 1-0. There it is. Oh, flag's gone up. Flag's gone up. Davinson Sanchez, I thought had nicked it. The flag has gone up. We'll have to have a check. It's a wonderful ball in from Juan Quintero. Davinson Sanchez is up at the back post. Downwards header, back of the net. Sanchez. He's still wagging his finger at anyone who look at him. Hands on heads from the Colombian fans around the stadium. Let's have a look at this now. Short corner. Machado. Here comes the cross. Oh, this is going to stand. He's onside. He's way onside. Rafa Leao's playing him on. This is going to be a goal. Unless the angles are playing tricks on me. I have been wrong before. VAR check. I think this is going to stand. The VAR, who is Jerome Broussard, we'll just be getting this right. Portugal have made a change. Nuno Mendes has gone off. Well, this has been disallowed. I've been wrong again. Wow. Maybe the television camera angles on that replay have stitched me up a little bit. I've gone too early, folks. Goal disallowed. 2.5 to go. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Maybe it was wishful thinking after I absolutely jinxed the 0-0 draw earlier on. Portugal have it with the man who's just come on for the final 2 minutes. It was Matheus Nunes, the Manchester City man, wearing number 6. Rafa Leao into the penalty area. Beyond Munoz, shot. Oh, it's across the face and wide. That's a chance. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot from Rafa Leao. I think he's tried to shape it inside the far post of Camilo Vargas. He's put it across the face and there was no one at the back post to tap it in. We've got a little bit of goalkeeping cramp here. Camilo Vargas has stayed down. Matheus Nunes getting his first appearance in this competition. Nuno Mendes just took that bang on the nose a few minutes ago. He's making his way the long way around the pitch here in Miami. Matheus Nunes wins a header in on the action. Rafa Leao's having a little charge down the far side. Good defending, really good defending from Daniel Munoz, who is an all-action player. As we get the final 60 seconds, might be another minute or so. We had a little break in play. Portugal have a throw in. DR Congo have a third goal. So they absolutely are going to be playing in the round of 32. Just wonder if that goal's going to find them a different opponent rather than England on goal difference. Colombia on the charge. Puerta trying to win it for Colombia. Luis Díaz, edge of the box. Puerta shoots, blocked. Edge of the box again. Castaño, here's a chance. Keeper comes and claims. Keeper does well. That might be the last action of the game. Goalie stayed down, Diogo Costa. I think he took one maybe just on the back of the head. A little bit of enthusiastic attacking from Munoz. Just seeing the semi-automated graphics for Davinson Sanchez's goal, and he's offside by a toe. It's so close. That's what fooled me. Colombian fans can't believe it. They thought they'd won it. I thought they'd won it. We are beyond the 5 minutes added time. This is now the referee's discretion. Goalkeeper goes short. Referee is going to play on. We might get another minute. Portugal have possession. Can they create a chance? Do they want to create a chance? Renato Vega just plays it square. All eyes on the referee. Out to the left-hand side. Matheus Nunes. And there is the final whistle. Bruno Fernandes is furious that Portugal didn't get the ball forward there, because they've had to settle for a point. Colombia have won this group. They will advance to take on Ghana in the round of 32. Portugal finish second. They will play Croatia in the next round. Congo have made it through famously to play England. This was a good game. It was absolutely wide open. We have seen 37 shots, 8 of those were on target. We've seen some great goalkeeping as well. The one thing we didn't see was a goal, but it's finished here on match day 3 in Group K in Miami. Colombia 0, Portugal 0.